Hey everybody, what's going on? It's Steve with I Live Plants, and thank you so much for returning back to my channel. Today is, for some, right, a very special day. It is Love Day, you guys. It's Valentine's Day. And I said, you know what better way to kind of like showcase some of these plants that I have that kind of remind me of Valentine's Day because of either the shape of the leaf or the color of the leaf. And the video today for Valentine's Day, right? Let me showcase these beauties that I have, right? So I got almost a table full of plants, you guys, that number one will make some great Valentine's gifts for your plant lovers in your life, and maybe for yourself for Valentine's Day. If you want to spoil yourself with a plant or two, check out this video. Easy care plants here to kind of like make the angst of Valentine's Day a little less worrisome and more enjoyable. So you guys stay tuned for the perfect Valentine's Day plants. Hey, what's going on everybody? This is Steve with I Live Plants, and I have to let you know that the second season of Cultivation Corner is about to drop next week, February 18th, you guys, at 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. We expect to see you there, but first you have to subscribe to the channel. Go to the YouTube channel Cultivation Corner, subscribe now so you won't miss a beat. All right, you guys, so let's see. The first plant that I want to talk about is this beauty right here. All right, this is an Anthurium, I can never say this word, is Andraeanum, all right, or what is commonly known as the painter's palette, all right? Now, as you can see, this plant has such beautiful heart-shaped leaves. It is a beauty of mine in the collection that I have here. This is Gordita, okay, because she's just so beautiful and lush and thick, okay? This is Gordita right here. And the thing about Gordita that you don't see right now is that Gordita produces beautiful red full flowers in bloom, and that's where it gets its name. The flower looks like a painter's palette, okay, in the color of red, all right? And it's just really gorgeous in the spring and summer when she starts to bloom. And I'm telling you, I get like maybe 3 to 4 blooms of this plant. This is actually a plant that was just added to the collection not too long ago. So I'm very fortunate to actually feast my eyes on a plant as beautiful as this. Let me give you some quick care tips about this Anthurium. This plant here is in a self-watering container, so I don't have to worry too much about watering, but you want to make sure that the soil is a little moist. And again, most Anthuriums love well-drained soil, so if you have soil that is well-drained and mixed with a bunch of orchid bark or maybe perlite or pumice or something like that, the Anthurium is really going to thrive. This plant loves bright indirect light, okay? So when you want those blooming leaves, that's exactly what this plant is gonna, that's exactly why this plant is gonna bloom, because it's receiving an adequate amount of light. And in terms of humidity, and this is to deal with most Anthuriums love a humid climate, okay? So we're talking about humidity levels over 60%. Most household humidity levels will suffice. I mean, they stay around 55%, 60%. So your Anthurium should be fine without a humidifier, this one at least. But if you want to just ensure that you have some beautiful flowery blooms, you're going to make sure that it gets a lot of humidity. We talked about light, we talked about water and soil. This is a beautiful plant, you guys. The heart-shaped leaf is just stunning, and it's a waxy texture. So if you feel it, it feels like candle wax, all right? Get it for someone you love, get it for yourself. It's a beautiful plant to add to your collection. It's a very easy plant to take care of, not like some Anthuriums. This one is more so on the easier side, all right? So this Anthurium Andraeanum, I'm not even gonna try. This is the painter's palette, all right? Add it to your collection if you want. Okay, So the next plant that I want to talk about is this Hoya Kerrii hearts. It's variegated. So as you can see, this leaf is a variegated leaf with a yellow rim, so to speak, and a dark green leaf in the middle. And it is in the shape of a beautiful heart, you guys. This thing is so amazing. It was my first Hoya that I had added to my collection. And it is literally an easy plant. I mean, I don't know if you get any more easy than this besides like a snake plant or something like that. But unlike your heart, these hearts thrive off of neglect. All right. So when I first got this plant, was worried about this plant so much, I was overwatering it. And so the new blooms that were coming up, the new foliage that was coming up, they just didn't look good. They were dying off really, really quickly. And I was like, okay, well, I'm watering this plant every 3 weeks or so. And, yeah, I'm getting some new growth, but it's dying off. Guess what? I was overwatering it. And now I don't think I watered this plant in about 2 months. And it looks fantastic. Okay. It's a little curled a little bit, which I'm thinking it might need a drink after 8 weeks. So I'm going to give it just a little bit of water, but not too much. I want to make sure that the roots are not soaked. And this is it's a beautiful plant. Now, the deal with this one is that it does require a lot more light so that you can ensure the type of variegation from the leaf. Otherwise, it's going to revert back to green. I don't want that. So it does get some great morning sun at my east facing window, and it's really, really cool. So this is another plant that loves well draining soil. So primarily like an orchid mix or something this plant would do really, really good in. And yeah, it's an easy plant, thrives off of neglect, you guys. So if you have a plant lover in your life, you can get them this easy plant. If you want to gift someone who is not a plant lover yet an easy plant to take care of, what better way to do so than this Hoya Kerrii hearts variegated right here. All right, check it out. What you think? Would you do it? Would you get it? All right, you guys. So the next plant I'm going to talk about is this Syngonium Pink Perfection. Okay, so this is my pink panther right here. And these Syngoniums, let me tell you about this Syngonium. And the Syngoniums just in general is that they are thirsty, okay? They are thirsty, they are thirsty, they are thirsty, and somewhat unforgiving sometimes, okay? So I have to make a habit not to dry these plants out, because it does take a little while for them to bounce back. Now, the pink panther right here, this guy, I neglected him for, 8 days, maybe 9 days. And let's say he was looking a lot better than this. I ended up having to cut him back a lot, but he's coming back, all right? Now, this is the thing, not only do they love to drink, but this Syngonium in particular loves a lot of light, you all. So if you notice, this plant has very, very nice looking pink leaves, okay? And that's because it's getting some great sunlight. If you don't provide this plant with a lot of light, you're going to get green leaves. No question about it, okay? Now, I've seen these leaves look just as pink as my shirt. You guys, like, that's how pink sometimes these leaves come out. And, I'm kind of pissed off because of the neglect. Those leaves kind of like, they faded and died off. But when I tell you, when you take care of the Syngonium Pink Perfection the way that you're supposed to, it is such a stunning plant, you guys. So this is a great gift for someone who has the time to care for it, all right? And has the light to provide for it. So what do you think? The Pink Perfection, is that a yay or nay, a want or need? What do you think? For Valentine's Day? I love it. I mean, I just have to stay on top of it. In terms of soil, this is in somewhat of a regular potting mix, you guys. It's nothing special about this soil. I didn't make it myself. But again, it still dries out fairly quickly. And one thing about this plant, I'm not sure, yeah, the roots. I mean, they get out of control. All right, you should see my elbow. Those roots are long as hell, but beautiful and healthy, and so is this. Okay, so you gotta listen to it. That's it. All right. Pink Perfection. I think you should get it. Where am I gonna put it? All right, you guys. So the last plants I'm going to talk to you about are these here. Okay, and I know I didn't give you guys the name of my Hoya. It's just Kerrii. Okay, so it's a Hoya Kerrii. It's a Kerrii. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I got my Aglaonemas here. These are some stunning plants because of the color of the leaves, you guys. Just like my Pink Perfection over here, that's Syngonium. I have my Aglaonema Very Red. This is Nia Crooks. You guys, I've talked about her before, okay? I have my Aglaonema Light of Diamond. This is Rihanna. And I also have my Aglaonema Mahacetti. Okay, I haven't thought of a name for this one yet. So if you have a name, drop it in the comments. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so I just got these two. Light of Diamond, that was easy for me to name. I mean, shine bright like a diamond. Yeah, this is Rihanna. And this here plant, the Mahacetti, very similar in leaf structure and color, but completely different Aglaonemas. But nevertheless, both are just absolutely stunning and gorgeous, and including my old timer Nia Crooks. This is the thing, especially with Nia. This Very Red needs a lot of bright indirect light because of the color of the leaf. All right. Now, because it's a Very Red, the more sun that this plant gets, the redder the leaves are. Okay. Now, I have some stunning leaves in this plant right now because it is right up against the window, you guys, and it's not playing. It's getting all the light in the morning, and it's loving every second of it and being rewarded. So I love it. Same thing kinda with these two right here, the Mahacetti and the Light of Diamond. The Light of Diamond gets some natural light because it's closer to my window. The Mahacetti is somewhat under a grow light, and they're both looking good. In my opinion. What do you think? Leave it in the comments. Are they looking good? I think they are. Anyway, this is the deal. In terms of watering these guys, right? I wait until the soil is just about dried out for these plants in order to get another dousing of water. All right. I wait until it's more than about 50% dry. The good thing though, especially with this Very Red is definitely going to tell me when it's time for a drink because it starts to lean over. I've had this plant now for almost 2 years, and I know exactly who she is. All right, so she starts to lean over to the side. As you can see, she got a little leggy because at my old place she wasn't getting enough light, but hopefully that stops now since I got some better windows here and some better light here. These are my newbies here. I'm still learning them, but Aglaonemas typically follow the same pattern in terms of watering, which is let the soil get, just about dried out and then water them again. In terms of light, the more pink, red your Aglaonemas have, the more light they're going to need. That's just what it's going to be. Okay, if you have a green form Aglaonema or maybe even a Chinese ruby, they can get away with maybe not having as much light and be typically low light tolerant. These Aglaonemas, they're going to require a little bit more light. The soil mixture is what I got from the store. Nothing special. I didn't do anything new to them. But it is a well-drained soil mix. I mean, as soon as I water the soil, it comes down from the bottom. It does hold on to moisture a little bit longer. And, the root systems here are pretty, well, can't really see them. I actually just watered these yesterday, so they're doing fine. But they do good. I mean, just very easy to care for plants. Aglaonemas are known to be very easily cared for and not too much stress, you guys. So here's the deal. If you are looking to bless someone in your life for Valentine's Day, just to let them know that you love them, it's not too late. I know I debuted this video on Valentine's Day. It's still not too late. Show them that you love them. Show them that you care. It is like that all year. Okay? You can never miss out on an opportunity to show someone how much you love them. Okay? Now, here's the deal, you guys. Are you showing yourself how much you love yourself? Okay? If you're not doing that, you all make sure that you're doing that. Okay? It's one of the most rewarding things that you can do for yourself is to show yourself that you love yourself. And maybe even treat yourself to a plant this weekend. How about that? I mean, what better way to celebrate Valentine's Day but to come home with a new plant? All right? And you guys, here's the deal. In a few days, the second season of the podcast that I do with Janae and Richie will debut on February 18th. As a matter of fact, and I'm so excited about this because we have a special guest in the house for the first episode of the podcast, which is Peter from Peter's Planters. And I'm so excited for you to hear her story. And it's going to be really, really touching, you guys. So make sure that you're tuned in and you're subscribed to Cultivation Corner on YouTube so that you can enjoy the podcast. Listen, I love you guys so much for watching. I hope you got some ideas for the holiday. And I will see you on the next video. I love you for watching. I'll see you soon. Take care of yourself.